Though encouraged by many to approach Scout Day just like any other workout, these players know it is anything but that. The prospects warm up and stretch before the first test, which will be the 60-yard dash. While its purpose is to evaluate foot speed, it also gives amped-up young players a chance. After an anxious wait, the player is called to put his plate skills on display. A fielding coach preps the player to showcase his defensive skills. This will be When it's over, some scouts come down to make personal contact with a player of interest. This is a marketplace, and though the days after a promising young baseball talent receives a call from his former high school coach, who has assumed an advisory role until the player sees fit to take on a sports agent. In the aftermath of a scout day, players are anxious to learn what impact their performance may have made. But wisdom would suggest a young athlete focus on what is ahead, what is in his control.
Welcome back to the Major League. With the 7th pick in the 3rd round, the Arizona Diamondbacks select Jay Johnson, a first baseman from the West region.
The awaited moment arrives. For some, it may not have arrived at the particular moment they'd envisioned. This player's lack of enthusiasm raises a red flag to the drafting team's general manager. A new draftee would rarely be expected to challenge the patience of a Major League GM. A Major League GM would rarely be expected to tolerate it for long. And the draftee's advisor would certainly not be expected to react well to hearing about it. This coach is livid with his former star. The player is updated on where things now stand after the awkward phone call. The player wonders if there is anything to be done to salvage the situation. The advisor will make one last attempt to clean up the player's mess. After an anxious wait, the advisor finally calls back. It's good news. Disaster having been averted, the player will now have a chance to get on the good foot with his new employer. A summons to the manager's office is a rare invite. A player may wonder for what reason he has drawn his manager's attention. It's an attitude check. The manager makes his point. The player tries to clarify what was perhaps a simple miscommunication. The two have arrived at an understanding, perhaps.
Welcome to MLB The Show and this presentation of minor league baseball. Opening night here in this brand new season between the Birmingham Barons and the Jackson Generals.
All different times in the game, so he keeps hitters off balance and gives you a lot to think about.
For the Generals, first baseman, Jay Johnson.